No, it's not. YouTube stream is ending. Auto resetting session. Turn off auto setting session. Ready? Oh. No, that was a thing. Anyway. We'll just turn the overlay off. Quite simple. Hi peoples, how are we doing? This is going to be a tutorial format stream today of how to use buses in TMP. So let's get on with it, shall we? But as you can see, I'm not in the game yet. So first you need a piece of software called dbus. And dbus world is what you're looking for. Now, while you're here, you're going to want to sign up and then download their client software. I'm not going to show you how to do this. I think, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory if you've, I don't know, signed into any of these before. So yeah, so sign up, download the client software, and then open up the client, log in. So there we go. This bit of software shows that we're logged in. There would be another piece of equipment that will show up as soon as we log into EuroTruck. So we don't need this anymore. All you need to make sure on this one is that you're up to date and that you're on the right file system, and then you don't need it. So now we log into EuroTruck as per normal. So TMP open, launch game. This is where it gets a bit weird. Because when you log in, it will give you a login piece of software from dbus, but you need to log in again. I know you just saw me log in, but it's just a thing. Kiwi Rob, hi Mr. Shoutout Man. Hey Rob, how you doing, bro? And thank you to Luke for giving me a shout out on SR. Guys, yes. The link is on SR, and if you want to request something, exclamation SR-request, I best put that on. But yeah, this is basically a how-to of how to drive bus jobs on ETS. Session has been reset. Why is session been reset? Guilty Fry, how you doing? Mimi, shh, too early. Okay, shh. So we're going to go into Pro Mods. Morning, how you doing? So far we've been to a software. We've been to a website called dbus bus world. dbus world. There you go. That's that thing I was going to. There. Hey, Luke, how you doing? Why are you? Because you came in while I was loading. That's why that was. Good morning, mate. How you doing? So yeah, so far, just to go over it, I've been to dbus world, make an account, download their client software, make sure you log in, load up the game. Right. So we're in Birmingham. So first thing I need to do before that is when you enter the game, you need to push delete button, do their key binds. I've already got key binds in, so I don't need to worry about this. But what I do need to do is log in here as well. I know it moves stuff around the game, but there's nothing I can do about that. So, log into this. Why is that wrong credentials? Why is that wrong credentials? Did I just spell my name wrong? Oh yeah, I did. I got that wrong way around. So Should log in. Boosh, so I'm logged in. So to get a job now, I don't need this window, but to get a job now, we're going to go new game. I need to tell it what map I'm using. So I'm using Truckers MP 1.3 plus, load map, and now I can pick a city. Because we're in Birmingham, can I pick Birmingham? No, I need to start somewhere else, right. Okay, so I'm going to go up to probably Carlisle, because I did the Liverpool job the other day. It helps if you go to places that there is already jobs. Right, mate, I cannot see and hear this morning. Too much audio for me to focus on, but after you finish streaming, can you help me set up? Yes, ALM, you want a hand? Yep, it's no problem, dude. So let's go up to Carlisle, and we're going to set up a job from Carlisle down. Now, the one thing I'm going to say about these bus jobs is that they do not log on Trucksbooks. So if you're going to do these, they do not log on Trucksbooks. Wheeler, thank you very much for 59 months, mate. GG's. So press your delete button, back into the job. I'm in Carlisle, so we'll pick that, Carlisle. And we can only go to Glasgow from here, so we're going to create game. Now it will show us where we're going on the map and our timetable, so we need to get rocking. Oh yeah, first I need to move that over because there's no inside mirror as such, because it's up here. And there's my inside mirror. Right, okay, so let's get rid of that and let's go. Bus driving on a trucking game, what the fuck? Yep. So I don't know how long the charge is going to last, or if we can refuel it. That I don't know. You bus my game. So we need this. This is basically going to show us to Carlisle's bus station. I'm hoping it does anyway. Oh, that way. Hold the line. Out there, out there, out there. Well, fuck me, the bus station's miles out of town. Jeez. So we're just off to the bus, or just trying to find Carlisle's bus station. We're already 10 minutes late, so what you might want to do is try and find the bus station yourself. And get there yourself before... Why is it taking me down here? What the fuck? Where are you going? Hold the line, caller. I shouldn't really do this in the middle of the road, but hey. So what there should be is there should be... That's not the bus station. So how far am I going down to grab my first job? Oh crikey, all the way down to Sheffield to grab my first job. Oh, it's just Sheffield and Birmingham. Hold the line, caller. That shouldn't be there. I might need to start this job again. Let's start this job again, because that had waypoints in for somewhere else. No, I don't want to quit the game. I just want to quit that job. New game. Truckers MP. No. Thanks, you, Alex. Create game. So that should have added waypoints, and it hasn't added waypoints. While creating bus job failed. Why did it fail? Okay, let's go somewhere I know that it will work. Somewhere that it worked yesterday, shall I say. So let's quit out of that. You want to cancel the game, yeah. Let's fast travel to Liverpool, because I know that works. Another TMP product that doesn't work. What a surprise. This isn't a TMP product. This is just a add-on that allows you to do the TMP jobs. Now, I know I'm in the way, so I'm going to get that up. Right, I just happen to know where the bus station is in Liverpool. So we're going to start moving. And we're going to go there. So the bus station is up here. Just where it says Liverpool, that's where the bus station is. One thing I just thought of is, let's just check to see if there's not been any updates. That might be a thing. So this is Liverpool bus station. And normally you've got to go over there, so let's just pull over here for a second. Just pull over there for a second. Right, let's just make sure everything's up to date. So D-bus. That's fine. That's fine. No, I don't want to. Okay, so delete new game. TMP Plus, load map. Liverpool to London, that'll do. Create game.
The next stop is.
There we go.
Liverpool.
Now it's working. Now it's working. Right. So the one thing you will have to do is assign buttons for your doors. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get people on.
Liverpool.
Okay. So one of my buttons is... Okay, the door's already open. Okay, so they're already loading. That might have been half the problem a minute ago. Guess that I already had the doors open. Okay, for some reason you cannot shut the doors when they're still walking around.
The next stop is Manchester.
So bump, bump. Go back up the front of the cab. So now I've got the job. Let's go. So the downside is these jobs do not log on TMP. So if you just want to have a bit of fun in the bus, then it's ideal. If you don't, then you know obviously you don't. So. Also, to stay on time, what I found out the other night is you need to be pretty quick. From the end of this journey last night, I was about 10 minutes behind. The reason I think it doesn't log on TMP is because you'll see on the map part down bottom right that I'm logging free roam XP. But after I finish the job, it will give me money. So you take from that what you will. So it's login, but it's not login kind of the kind of a deal. But yeah, like I say, you need that dbus world. So you need to go to that website, create an account, download their client software, make sure it's linked with the game. See, I've just got 50 XP for free roaming. So we're just going to put some lights on as well. Red Camaro too easily. So as you can see, it's put in all the waypoints of the route already. You just need to watch where you're going with the arrows. So we're heading into Manchester bus station, and these things are pretty easy to drive. The battery power. Oh, hello. The battery powered. The downside is where do I charge it up afterwards? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, on the route, maybe there's somewhere, I don't know. We'll figure it out this morning. Also, does it work with modded buses? It probably would if you are doing this on single player, but I'm doing this on TMP, so yeah, I tried to put a bus on TMP the other day and it was like, nope. So it probably would if you did this on your single player saves. But like I say, just be aware that this does not log for trucks books. So if you're hoping that your miles on this are going to log for your TMP, the answer is no. I'm just showing you this. So if you wanted to take out a bus for a game for a lap, then this is how to do it. Like I say, we need to, or at some point I need to figure out how to refuel. So now I need to find out where my stand is. It's on the first one. So we're just gonna, I'm really tight now. So we're looking for the inside curve. Oh, we've actually done this really well. What we don't want is to be on the curve. Damn, I had that then. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Okay. Right, it's that one. I'm pressing 4 and 2. Why aren't you? Hello? Oh, bus isn't on. Dope. There we go. We'll let people on and off.
Manchester.
Now it says I've arrived. Would it make a lurking as trucking? No worries, buddy. Yeah, me and you needing to chat after stream. I want this. So it's a bit finicky sometimes, but if you bear with it, it can be fun. Can you imagine a couple of people driving around as well? That matey boy's about to sit down at the back, so can't shut the doors until he's done so.
The next stop is Sheffield.
There we go. So 3 and 1. Back the cab. Oh, where we go again. So once again, guys, if you want to be doing this, you need to go to a website called dbus World, make an account, download their client software, and from there it's just log into TMP. You might have to log into DB World a couple of times because for some reason it doesn't retain your password or there used to be service for this. Yeah, there probably was leak, but they decided to put the buses on the road with the trucks. So we're now heading down to Sheffield for our next drop off or pickup. Like on TMP, I am 10,000% sure it was. So I'm half charge. Maybe, dude, maybe. I mean, the first thing to look out for, I think, is possibly an in-game way of refueling. So I might just pop through the services and see if there's anything there that will allow me to refuel, because that'll be a bonus. If there is. I mean, obviously, before you even start a job, you probably should make sure your bus is refueled anyways. Let's go have a look at the fuel station, see if there's anything there. Oh, there is things. Okay, this might be possible. This might be possible. It might be possible if I don't act a twat. It says I can turn engine off. Oh, there you go. You can refuel. Beautiful. How does that work on a battery truck? A battery bus? I don't get that. So you can refuel at a fuel station with a battery bus. Okay. So I'm going to be late in Sheffield, guaranteed now. So I think that's the end of Music Man Luke, guys. We've got an hour now of Otto until I think you said Windy will be on. I mean, the last time I did one of these, I didn't get down to London. I didn't have any customers for London. So when I got down to Birmingham, everybody got off and it went, nope. I was going to go longer, but I'm fucked. Yeah, I was like that the other day, dude. I literally had very little sleep and was like, I need to make content. Got on, did my content, and went almost back to sleep again. It's very muggy already. I mean, it only says it's 11 degrees outside, but it feels like about 40 in here already. I've already got the front room big fan on. I'll be putting the fan on beside me in a minute. I'm just warm. There we go. Well, die quieter, mate. Just kidding. You go do you. So, refueling isn't a problem. We can do that on the road. Right, I will go back to the void while I sort shit out, no worries. Like I say, when you're up to whatever you need to answer questions for, I'll probably get back later. I mean, depending on how later you mean, but yeah, probably about a little later. I mean, I'm kind of rushing this job. I mean, I really don't care about being late. Really don't care about being late on these jobs. I think the timetable is a little too close together, personally. Because for one, a town bus like this does not do 60 mile an hour. None of ours down here can do 60 mile an hour. They're all limited 56. In fact, some of the real town buses are limited 50. So if need be, they can go out onto the motorway or dual carriageway. But yeah, they can't they can't even go above 50. So, Sheffield coming up. My next stop says ETA 7 minutes to the bus station. It'll probably have me running late in a minute. But just don't panic about the timetable. I mean, really don't panic about the timetable. Probably do not open that, it's wet. So if we can get down to London, we'll try and see where the route goes from London, or whether we can get a route to the continent from London, because that'd be fun. Like I say, we need to get down to London. When I tried a job yesterday, it literally, I got the bearing and it said, this bus terminates here. So, you know, we'll see what happens today. Right, so this bus station is just around the corner here. Okay, so you're on the other side again. So same dealio again. Right over here, and then turn right, keeping an eye out for your inside wheel. Come on. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let me have it. Yep, let me have it. Right, okay. So open doors. Let everybody in.
Sheffield.
Couple more people to get on. So guys, all I've really done is like I said, I'll keep mentioning this. I've gone to DBus World website. I've made an account. I've downloaded their client software.
The next stop is Birmingham.
And logged in. Departing late. Oh, bogger, thank you very much. And then log into TMP. You might have to once you logged into TMP, you might have to log in a couple more times to DBus World, but just follow what I've said, and you should be right. Like I say, try and when you go in to start a new game, look at where your start cities are, and fast travel to them, and see if you can get to the bus station before you choose your job. And that way, you shouldn't run too far late after that, as long as you figure out your buttons to open and close the doors. One thing I have noticed with this is I don't know, the wheel turning seems to be a little, it's not in sync with what I'm doing. Like when I'm in driving the truck in game, whatever I'm doing, the wheel in the truck's doing. With the bus, it seems to be I mean, it's a little oversteering what I'm doing, the animation of it. Whereas the trucks are about perfect. So I'm trying not, to be honest, I'm trying my damnedest not to concentrate on the wheel, because that will definitely bug me. I mean, one reason why it might look like it's out of sync, because obviously in a bus like this, it's going to be down kind of, I don't know, 50 degree off of flat. So raised up from the top of the wheel about 50 degrees. Well, 50, 60 degrees. That's normally what buses are. There's a few that kind of go like this that I've personally driven, but the most time your bus wheel will be kind of flattish. I don't want to do that with my motor, because I do a bit of racing and a bit of this and a bit of that. It would mean forever unbolting it, putting it on a different stand, and when I come back to racing and bolting it, putting it on a different stand. It's an absolute nightmare. I'd rather have the motor just in one place, done out of the way, and then, you know, I can do what I want. All I have to do is fix what wheel I want to drive with to the motor base. So we're heading down to Birmingham. When we did this one the other day, this was mainly back roads. We get a bit of motorway near the end. You're doing a bit of ATS today, Kurt, are you? GG's, man. I did a bit yesterday in my Peterbilt. I think crash is on if you're looking for somebody to drive with. So when we get the other end, when we complete this job, we'll just show you the buttons again. Because like I say, you do need to map yourself a couple of buttons for the doors. Open and close in front and rear. Then I managed to work out how to register on Trucksbook. Was she not before? Damn, all she needs to do is ask. I can't convoy, only just started, and oh, on ATS, yeah. It won't take long before you're there. Again, look out for your the used market. Basically the same way she did it for ETS. So look out for your used market, and yeah. And to be honest, dude, if you could, say if you're driving with Linda on ATS, if she's above you, as soon as you get a truck, see if you can copy her job, because that might get you extra money in XP, because obviously her jobs are going to be longer. I mean, like I say, it's that in that aspect, TMP, if you're leveling up a character, isn't cheating, because you're playing with friends, and that's in the game anyways. And if you can copy their jobs, all well and good. ETS spoiled me. Not too sure. It's exactly the same game except based in America. Same makers, same controls. You can even go into the folders and copy across your button configurations for ETS into ATS, so you don't need to reset them for the new game. That's how similar they are. Literally, there's 3 little files that you've got to copy out of your ETS profile, put into ATS, and boom, all your buttons are done. ETS I am speed, ATS I am slow. To be honest, a lot of trucks are slow to get up there, but once they're up at speed, they Yeah, they're hard to slow down. Well, they're not hard to slow down. They're actually very easy to slow down on ATS. They seem to have better brakes. A lot of trucks on ATS are very stable, so you can sling them into a corner better. And you'll soon learn that as well. Wonder if we'll get the extension down to London. Because we're not... I mean, it says 23-minute ETA to Birmingham, but we're coming onto the motorway, so it's not too much further after this. Probably don't help that it's raining. The fact that we're getting a Cardiff sign as well to come off, it's got to mean we're pretty close to Birmingham. But like I say, guys, just be warned that these jobs do not log Bruxbook. So if you're going to do have some fun in the buses, you know, all well and good, just don't expect to get miles from it via VTC if you're using Truckbook. Not sure about Truckee or any of the others that you can log miles with, but definitely Truckbook you do not. Like I say, according to the game anyway, you're in free roam until you finish the job, and then D-Bus actually gives you money. And some of you are going to say, well, why do it? Because, you know, a lot of people look at the buses on TMP and go, how can I use them? So that's what this is. This is how can you use the bus if you're looking for the bus in TMP. Right, so there's Birmingham bus station just ahead of me. So we'll see whether we actually get anybody down to London on this one. Like I say, when I tried this last night, it said the bus terminated when I got in here. To be honest, it doesn't give away another waypoint. I think we're terminating again. Really do. I'm going to have to reverse into this one. Oh, it was green too. Okay, so 4 and 2. Now, is it gonna say carry on, or is it gonna
Birmingham. This bus terminates here.
There we go. So we're not even gonna get down to London again. So as it says, I sold 44 tickets, customers transported 44, penalties 28, revenue 20. Don't know what that means. I can have a look with this. So press delete, which I can get into this menu. So route complete, all bus stops served. Blue bus, it says 60 capacity, 44 on. Shows you how you ran. So I was 4 minutes late from Liverpool, 4 minutes late, and it just kept getting later. 4 minutes into Birmingham and no passengers going on. So now what I do is finish the route and then I can pick another one. So we'll do that, shall we? So let's finish the route. What we'll do as well is we'll just bug out of this, go into the press delete, come out of this, go into the map, and just delete that way marker. This could be a thing that you might have to do, guys, is delete the way markers. I know there's a... Where the frick's the bus station in London? I think it could be here. I mean, ordinarily, Victoria is in the middle of town. Try and have a look where I think it is. See, I can buy the carriage in London, travel there. But where do I think the bus station is? There. That could be the bus station. Or there. It's either there or there. In fact, if I travel to one, I won't be too far away. I would have thought. So let's just put a thing there, and we'll buy the garage in London. And we'll fast travel down. What's a bus wanker? Well, you can't even spell fucking bus wanker, you wanky. And then we'll go to Garage Manager and we'll fast travel down to London. As soon as we find fucking London, there it is. And we'll just fast travel down. Right, remember what I said before? I want to be in the bus station before I start a job. So, right, we'll know if it's the bus station when we get there. I mean, that's guaranteed. We'll definitely know if it's the bus station when we get there. I've got 2 places where I think the bus station is. But whether it's actually there, I don't know. I just want to see where it lets us go from London. The downside is we are driving a European bus on UK roads, which is kind of unfair, but hey. I don't know if that can be changed to go UK side. If I'm passing F7, maybe we have a look, but if we can get over to Europe, it'll make more sense. We'll do a few jobs over there as well. So like I say, these 2 places are just down the road from each other when we get there, so so remember guys, we are not logging miles in Trucksbook with this. This is just, if you want to have a laugh in the buses, this is the way to do it. So like I say, I'll keep saying this once every like 20 minutes, half an hour or so. So you'll need to go to dbusworld.com, create an account if you haven't already got one, download the client software, and then it's all a case of logging into your TMP, like making sure it knows what your game is, where it is on your PC and stuff. And when you log into the game, TMP or single player, it might ask you to log in a couple of times. Once you're in game, to get control of the menu for dbus, you'll need to press your delete button. So if you've got a big keyboard, just above the arrow keys, you'll have a delete button. Press that, and it gives you a menu system and an arrow to move around. So we're coming up to what I think could be a bus station. If it's not here, then it's just a little bit further on. Right, so it's this coming up the bus station. I think it could be. Yeah, this looks like a bus station. No, that's Audi. Okay, so that's not a bus station. I'd say it's not a bus station, but there's whacking great bus stops here. The other place I thought it was over here. But that could be a motel. The only way to do it, I suppose, is come out, create a job. So to get into your menus for dbus world, delete button. I've had to set a couple of key binds for opening doors. But to set your job, new game, or you've always got to pick your map, starting point, London. It only allows me to go back to Liverpool. That's a shame that it don't allow me to go to continental Europe. So we'll try it. We'll do it. Great game.
The next stop is
Oh, there you
Birmingham.
go. So we'll just have a look. Just get rid of that. Why? Okay. So my first stop is actually Birmingham, Sheffield, and then Liverpool. Birmingham in that order. No pickup from London. What? What a waste of a journey. No, not having that. Not having that. Sorry, not having that. That's wasted mileage. That is totally wasted mileage. Yeah, that's the job. New job. Yeah. Load map. Bordeaux, Le Havre. Let's go see if we can find the bus station in Paris. There's a bus station here from Paris. Let's see if we can find the one over there. So we're gonna have to buy a garage again. Maybe. Paris is about there, is it? Oh, there we go. And garage manager. We'll quick travel to Paris. Not sure where it's gonna take us from Paris. New bus simulator. Maybe windy. So where is the bus station in Paris? I don't think there is one. I really don't think that. It could be here maybe, but that looks like a service station. There's a thingy road there. I don't think there is one. It could be there. That could be a bus station. Anyways, let's set a job and see if it'll tell us where it is. So delete key. Set your waypoint Paris. There's Liège. Create game. Delete key again. No waypoints. Why no waypoints? Oh, creating job failed. Okay. Why did you fail? Try again. That failed. Why is it failing? Why are you failing? Unless you got unless it doesn't see it because I'm in the garage still. Let's get out of the garage. New bus. Hi, Wendy. How you doing, bro? At least you can fuel the buses, even though I don't know they're electric. So it's a bit weird that you can fuel a bus, but you can't fuel the electric truck. That's strange to me, but hey. Are your doors open? Do you know? I never really checked, but they are. You're quite right. I don't know whether that's a thing, but you never know. It might be. We'll try it in a minute. Just wait till I reverse back out of the way. But that could be a thing. Right, so let's see if that was a thing. No, still failed. No. The only thing I can think of is let's just see if we can find the bus station in Paris. I think it's just down the road. And why I'm on the UK side of the road, man, I don't know. I think it's just here. I think this is it. Or maybe it's a bit like that Liverpool to London job where you don't actually get to London. You know, it could be like that, where there's no actual pickup. But at least it gave me a job from London back up. There was no actual pickup in London, which I thought was weird. So you've got to try, you travel all the way up to, you travel all the way up to Sheffield before you pick anybody up. For me, that's weird. Why have a starting point without actually picking passengers up? But we'll go to the thing and just see whether it's going to allow us to pick a job up from Paris. One can only try. So, like I say, we'll go and see if this is actually the bus station. And then we'll see if it'll let us make the job. Like I said, the only job I can get it to make is that Liverpool job. If that's all it allows you to do, then it's a bit shit, but... or it might be just that it doesn't see pro mods. That could be a thing. It's the fact that I'm using pro mods and maybe it wants to use Sim 2 or something. I don't know. We'll try that in a minute, in fact. So is this a bus station? No, it looks like a park and ride or something. Yeah, it looks like a park and ride. It doesn't look like a bus station. Although it's allowing me in. Maybe it is a bus station. Maybe it is a bus station. It's just not got platforms in. I don't know. Oh, it's a resting point. Okay. Anyways, we'll turn that off. Let's see if it'll allow us to pick a job. If it don't allow us to pick a job, we may have to go to Sim 2 with this. That could be the problem. Is that it doesn't see pro mods. But like I say, we'll certainly job failed. Okay, so let's go to Sim 1 and see if it does the same. So hopefully it won't log me out. I'm not sorry, not Sim 1, Sim 2. It could be a thing. Like I say, I'm just trialing this out. Same as you guys won't know what you're doing. I openly admit I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. So we'll just wait for this to load up. Paddy. Go into there. So can you log routes like you do miles in a truck? No. That's one thing I do know for definite. It does not log on Trucksbook. And the reason being is it's because it sees you as doing free roam miles. And now you're going to say, what's the point of doing it? Fun.
The next stop is
There we go.
Paris.
So it's working now. So that was the problem. Didn't like me being... So to have it fully working, you can't use Pro Mods, which is a shame. But we're going to continue today because some of you want to have fun, and you know, maybe you might want to have fun on a bus. I'm already 1 minute late. Like I say, guys, if you're going to do these jobs, make sure you can find the bus station and be in the bus station for that. No miles. I can see it being. Yeah, I mean, this is. Yeah, I mean, because you're not logging miles, you've got to be having fun with this. Otherwise, it may end up being boring. But you know, like if there's 3 or 4 you doing them, crossing paths, I can see this being a lot of fun. And like I say, you can refuel in the service stations and that. The fuel's not a problem, even though it's a battery powered bus. Or I think it's a battery powered bus. I mean, it certainly sounds like a battery powered bus. The only thing I can tell you about it, guys, is you do get paid for doing these jobs. So you do get paid for doing the jobs. So there's a good thing. You know, you get paid for doing bus jobs. It's a shame you can't use Pro Mods, but you know, Sim 2's kind of okay to do bus jobs with. Which is maybe hang on, I'm thinking about it. Maybe that's why it's not allowing me to go down to London. It's because London, the Pro Mods map for London is massive, whereas in default map it's not as big. So that's maybe why we can do the London job. So you can see my timetable at the top, guys. I'm running late because I didn't start from the bus station. Looks like this bus station actually has bays. That's kind of cool. And I'm in bay 1. Beautiful. No, engine on, Matt. Engine on, engine on. It's the doors don't work. Imagine if you had multiple people doing this. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? Pro Mods alters the map, so it makes sense. Yeah. Cool little mod. Yeah. And like I say, you need to go to Dbus World, create an account, download their client software, and then when you load up into TMP, Sim 2, or whatever you want to do, Sim 1 or 2, just make sure you log in again and create buttons to open and close buttons, open and close your doors, and you're away. Right, let's go. They have paid. They just, in animation terms, didn't pay. Whoa. Okay, it looks like we're backing out onto the road. With the line caller. There we go. So we're already late. So I've got 2 drops, effectively. Reims and Liège. 89 minutes to Reims, although that's game time. That's not what I'm going to be doing. I'll show you how you get paid afterwards. I mean, it'll appear on the map how much I've got paid for the job. So at the moment, if you look at the top, so at the moment it tells you my route. So it tells you what maps I'm using. So Trekkers MP 1.53 plus, Paris to Liège. What bus I've got? I've got 13 passengers on, and it's 14 euros a ticket. So they did pay to get on. I mean, when I did the Liverpool to London run, and I terminated in Birmingham because obviously I was on Pro Mods, it gave me 7,000. Yeah, it gave me 7,000 for that little run. So, like I say, you do earn money. You just don't log on Trucksbook. Oh, first coffee down. So let's speed up. This is a 50-mile-an-hour limit. We're capable of 60. So let's speed up. Let's go. Let's try and make up some time because we're about 7 minutes behind. And this is fun. I might keep the Stevie World on the PC. You know, on the cooldown month, this can be quite fun. Where you just, you know, like I say, maybe 3 or 4 you in a convoy. I don't know whether it's got a radio, so you can talk to each other. But obviously, if you like we normally do, and we normally convoy where we're in the same Discord room, it's not going to matter too much. I just don't get if these buses can refuel in the petrol stations, why can't they allow the battery powered trucks to do the same? So I literally went on the diesel pump and fueled it, and clearly by the sound, it's a battery powered truck. If I shut the music off, that's not an engine. That's an electric engine whirling away. And yeah, they'll allow you to. Morning, Az. How we doing? How we feeling, mate? Guys, Azra112. He's going to be streaming today on a Saturday. I know he doesn't normally, but he's going to put a tens machine on himself, and I think it's level 8 that you got to go up to, or straight on level 8 or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Level 9, holy shit, okay. Yeah. I've got one, a tens machine, because it helps with my sciatica and my back, and yeah. Level 9 is painful, if it's very similar to the one I got. Do I use it properly? Yes. Yeah, I use it for my back, to warm up the muscles in my back when the sciatica kicks in. And literally, I put it on level like 2 and 3 or 4. Mind you, my back's already killing, so I don't want to kill myself by putting it up more than what I can kind of handle. It's going on your stomach. Oh dear. You know that bit? Have you ever seen the Bruce Lee story when he's got that ab kit, muscle building kit stuck to his thing? You're going to be a bit like that. Morning, Z. How you doing, dude? Yeah, that happened. My good fella, how are you? Yeah, she has her up days and her bad days. The other day she had a good day. We went out and saw her dad and that, and we had a good day out. But yeah, Sundays it literally feels like she can't move because of pain and shit, fibro attack, and he just stays in bed. You know. She has a lot more bad days than good, though. And it's just a thing. Okay, it says 52 minutes, but I've got a pickup or drop coming up. So I'm guessing I'm early. Because it's ETA me at 51 minutes. And yeah, it's around the corner. So the other day when I tried to merge the YouTube points for Lumia to your Twitch points, that didn't work. It then didn't see your Twitch points at all and stopped you using them. So I've had to separate your accounts again. So the only one I haven't done it to yet is Minute. Once he logs in, I can put his points back to normal. I've wrote them down. Right, where are we? We're over there. Shit. Okay, we need to go this way. And tight around. Oh, it's next door. Oops. Trust me, I'm a far better bus driver than this puts on. Come on, turn green, thank you. Right. 4 and 2, which is opening up all the doors.
Reams.
There we go. That's the trouble with PC bits. A lot of people don't want them. Right, that's everybody loaded. We just have to wait until it tells us that everybody sat down and ready to rumble.
Next stop is
there we go.
Reach.
There we go. Which way's the way out again? It's that way, isn't it? Oh no, it's left. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. These handle all right, actually, these buses. I mean, it may be battery powered and all that lot, but they handle all right. I mean, I'm just driving it like a twat, and I wouldn't normally, because obviously the visuals in game and visuals in real life are totally different. I mean, you know, although you can pan camera around and stuff like that and create better visual, you know, when you really drive, when you actually drive the bus, you get that automatically. You don't have to pan a camera. So I'm actually early at the moment. I've got 25 passengers on board. 26 euros a ticket now. I mean, I'm guessing that's what the case is, 20 and 26 euros a ticket, because you get paid more than that. What I'll do before I log, put in the job, finish the job, is I'll change. I've just noticed my things on Corona, so we'll change the color currency, so it'll tell you in pounds what I'm going to be earning. It was a budget PC. I built it. Nothing. Store transport bits in. Probably be cheaper. Or... Well, to be honest, you can't complain as with how long it's lasted, dude. Second-hand PC that you built, and you've kept that adding taking away bits. Can't really moan at that, dude. I think, as you guys know, I was planning on maybe either building another PC or buying a pre-built. That may be a bit further away now that the wife wants to get involved in ETS and maybe farm sim. She hasn't tried farm sim yet, but she's tried ETS and she likes it, so. I mean, strictly speaking, in real life, you wouldn't go around these corners at 50 mile an hour with customers on board. A lot of these you would go around at about 20 or 30, keeping your line so you're not across the road like I am now. So this is quite a long job, this one. You know, 164 minutes to do the last job. I know I was ahead of time a minute ago. I'm going to be ahead of time now because obviously European roads say they're 50 and I'm doing 55 right now. On the motorways I'll be doing 60. And so I'm going to be well ahead of time. So in a ways, if you're doing the European jobs, you don't need to worry about timing as such. Because you'll soon catch up the times where with the speed limits only being 50. And, you know, you can get the buses up to 60 or whatever. I mean, you don't really need to worry about speed limits either because you're not logging the job on Trucksbook. So anyway. So you can literally take them full if you want to. I don't know what full is. So this is a separate server on TMP. No, I'm on Sim 2. So I tried the jobs on Pro Mods, and because the map is so different, the basic, a lot of the jobs just come up, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. So I went on Sim 2, which is the basic map, and it's allowed me to do the job in full. So I might go back to do that London job and just see if it will allow me to collect from London back up to Liverpool. Simply because it wouldn't allow me to do that earlier. And if it allows me to obviously pick up from London, that was definitely the premise of why it wouldn't do it, was because that obviously the Pro Mods London is a lot different than the basic map for London. Okay, I thought that would be... No, if you come on the Sim 2 right now and head down to Liège in your truck, you will see me arriving. And I probably show up on the TMP map too. But I'm driving a bus. Well, not that I'm driving a bus, that won't show you that I'm driving a bus, but it'll show you that I'm on Sim 2. Right, so can we see it, open her up, see what we can do? Because we're not logging. Let's see what we can do. It's 91. There we go. What can this thing do? So I've set cruise on 91. I know that these things can do 60. I'm guessing they can't go over 60. That's a shame. That's a shame, I can't do more than 60. Set cruise, expect 64 then. That's weird, you know, because a lot of the European roads, when you drive in the truck, you know, that says 50 all the way. And, you know, the road I'm currently on says 56 as the speed limit. And so I just find some stuff sort of a little weird compared to the truck. Oh, there we go. I'm now doing 63. So maybe it will go a little faster. You just need to coax it up there. But on the whole, I'm guessing if you're on the flat, it won't go more than what it's doing now. $62, $63, $62. Yeah, it's not going to go more than that. We just well pin it at 60. Oh, hello. No, let's not pin it at 60 on a 90-degree corner, mate. So this is quite a long drive, so I hope it's worthwhile, money-wise anyway. And like I say, well, before we even deliver the, you know, let the passengers off, we'll change the currency back to pounds. Because you do still get the money. It's not a lot. I mean, you know, the English job, the Liverpool to, well, to be honest, it was only Liverpool to Birmingham. I terminated Birmingham. That was 7,700, something like that at a time. So yeah, you can't just drive where you want to drive. It's set routes. And yeah, the UK job is like 4 drops. This one was only 3 drops, Paris to Liège. I say 3 drops, pick up from Paris, pick up from Reims, and drop off at Liège. But yeah. 2 pickups, 1 drop off. So we're well ahead of schedule because we're actually coming up to the drop. And ETA, I've still got 126 minutes to get there. But like I say, before we get into the bus station, I'm gonna put it on pounds so you can see how much I'm actually earning from this. But I can tell you it's not a lot. Right, let's just pull over here a second. It's in the face, is it? There it is. Right. All we got to do is drop off and you'll see how much I've earned. It's a shame that they haven't made more routes. Because like I say, this could be fun. Like I say, if there's 3 or 4 you're buzzing around doing this, and you can see each other. Okay, so it's over there, so I need to go round. Morning, Gavin. Morning, Liam. Coming tight on this one. Oh, not that tight. perfect. Absolutely perfect in the end. Just overcooked it. There we go. So offload now. Is the end of the trip. Just watch this window down in the bottom right.
Liege. This bus terminates here. Please take your belongings with you.
Morning, Liam. So there we go. Basic revenue 1,722. Distance travel 5,000. £5,000 I earned. 5.4 thousand pounds I earned. Damage cost £675. So I earned £6,510. Not a lot, but you know, it's something. So here's the thing in my route. So 25 tickets sold, 25 transported, 26 revenue. Surely that should be 25, 25, 25, but hey, never mind. So I departed Paris late by 20 minutes. I had 13 passengers on with 14 revenue. Is it counting me, I wonder? Then I departed Reims 39 minutes early with 12 passengers, and obviously 12 paid. And then I arrived here early by 113 minutes, and 25 people got off. So there we go. There's a route. And like I say, if you want to travel to other places, you will need to see what places there is available to you. So there is a route from Oslo. So should we travel up to Oslo? What do you think? All right, let's shut the doors. So it's that one and that one. I've got a place in Oslo, so let's travel up to the garage in Oslo, and we'll see what's up there. Garage manager, Oslo. Like I say, guys, if you want to do stuff like this, all right, let's see if we can find the bus station. Where would you think the bus station was in Oslo? Could be here. No, that's the F7. See, Oslo could be here and could be here. That could be the bus station there, right where that question mark is. I'm going to set the job, bollocks to it. First, though, we're going to fuel up. In the sleep zone area, I remember correctly. Lights. Well, let's fuel up. To be honest, I don't know whether I can. No, I can't Y4/fix because, yeah, that is only for if you've got a truck on. But that's not possible. But what I'm going to do is just do that. Why? Because I've got a little bit of damage. I know it's only fast traveling me about 100 yards, but you know, it's. I don't want to create a game yet. Guys, I believe Windy is now going on the radio, so exclamation SR dash request followed by title and artist, and get those requests into Windy. Okay, I can't repair. That's weird. Yeah, I can't repair. That's strange. Okay, right. So, to create a job again, delete button, get this out where your keybinds are, Oslo. I'm not too fast, like I say. I know I can catch the job at. Okay, Stavanger, the only place
The
to
next
create
stop
job.
is
Oh, it's
Oslo.
one drop. It's a shame. It's one drop, or one pickup, one drop. So let's get round to the bus station. Let's do the pickup, and let's get going. Like I say, guys, if to do this, you need to go to dbus.com, make an account, download the client software, make sure it's linked to the right folder for your application, opening your application, and yeah, away you go. You'll need to sign into dbus a couple of times when you enter the game, and just remember it doesn't see pro mods. I was kind of expecting more drops, to be honest, on this one. Feeling better today, not looking forward to Wednesday. Got a heart scan? Oh, dude. I hope all goes well. Send in the love, mate. Send in the love. So that's the bus station that I just passed on the right. To get in, you've got to go all the way this way. Right. What? Okay. Not quite in there yet. What bay are we on? "12 minutes late."
Oslo.
Okay, so we need to wait for all the passengers to get on and sit down. And it does this kind of automatically. There's nothing that you can do while you're loading. I mean, really, nothing that you can do while you're loading. You just have to let them get on, sit down in their own kind of time. And then as soon as it gives you the prompt to close the doors, and you close the doors and away you could go.
The next stop
There we
is
go.
Stavanger.
Is it really? It's Stavanger, is it? Okay. Oh, that's a tight one. It's probably less tight than I made it look. You really nervous about it? I think the way you've got to look at it, mate, is what will be, will be. I know I've never been in that situation, so I can't sort of advise, but when it comes to something like your heart and stuff, I think you just got to take it as what will be, and no matter what they tell you, enjoy being in the now. Oh, hello. Just got in there then. Oh, we're heading south. I recognize this road. Oh yeah, we're going to make up time easily on this road because it's 50 limit and we're doing like 59. So we're going to make up time easily on this one. It's a shame that it's only one drop though. It's a weird one. Might go back to doing the UK run. That was kind of more interesting. You know, you had London, what was it? London, Sheffield, Manchester, Liverpool. So it was kind of like 3 or 4 drops. Although the timings were closer together because obviously the roads in the UK for even trucks is 60, and that's kind of maxing the bus out totally. I just wanted to show you different routes that you can do. Maybe there's some more interesting ones in there. Obviously, if you do it more as a game for a laugh with everybody, you can see what the routes are, see how many drops there is. And remember to either be in single player convoy to do this, guys, or in Sim 2. You probably don't want to do this in Sim 1, although I expect people do and go through the frickin' C&D road. I mean, to be honest, through the C&D road, it really wouldn't matter because you're not logging miles anyway. Autopass. Okay, so this is just a change of motorway. And also, guys, I'm driving on roads that probably I haven't driven on before, which is probably the main reason to do this if you're one of those people who kind of sticks to the routes, but wants to sort of draw your roads in as well. This will certainly get you on routes that you wouldn't normally drive on. Like I say, guys, once again, this is not logging jobs on Trucksbook or anything like that. You do get money from them. So if you're doing bus jobs, purely for fun. And all it takes is to download a little bit of software for you to be able to do that. And kind of away you go. I wonder if this thing will take the engine from the Renault T truck, electric truck. Just thinking, I think the Renault T truck, the electric truck's a bit more powerful, the engine in it. $191 minutes, but remember the last job, guys, we arrived 113 minutes early. So at the moment, I've got 14 passengers on, 14 euros a ticket. Yeah, and I'm on a put it out, Matt. I'm on a road at the moment which I've never driven on. So I'm colouring it in. And I think that's the main purpose of maybe trying out bus jobs. So you keep your interest in of the game. You're trying something new, which is part of the online game, especially. And you're driving around still. So after this job, guys, I'm going to show you what I did to install the software and stuff. And then we'll come back into the game and probably go back to London, do a job from London, back up. So I think that's the more interesting route that I've found so far, because it's got the different drops in it. And hopefully, because we won't be using the pro mods, it'll allow us to pick up from London too. Wow, the bus really whacked the fucking floor then. Holy shit. The thing you can't, you know, when I went to the repair station, you know, you can't repair. Unless you just can't do minor repairs, you know, you well, maybe you got to buy a new bus. I don't know. Don't know what's going on. Rich. Yeah. I'm laughing because where that little silence was supposed to be a swear word. Done more trucking over the last 3 days than I've ever done. Yeah. All I'll say to people when they do say that to me is don't burn yourself out with the game. Yeah, it's good that you're doing more miles than you did ever did before, but don't burn yourself out. You know, play as much as you feel you can play and then stop. You know? Enjoy the game for what it is and then take a break. Now, even if the break's a couple of days, take a break. You know? Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Boy Steve, how you doing? Thank you for lights off. Don't want to lose my first place. We have a chance as Crash is doing ATS. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. First place in what? In the VTC or in the world? Or in the UK? Because obviously, yeah, we don't do King of the Road anymore, as you know. In fact, I don't know what this month's challenge is. We hadn't decided for the picture of the month. This is a beautiful road. Wish it was sunny. That looks like a tow booth up ahead. Yeah, Crash is doing. I think Crash is practicing for ATS because the rumor mill has it that the next push month, I think, is August, maybe ATS instead of ETS. You know, obviously, the staff have to have a discussion about it, and then we'll see how you guys feel about it. Because obviously, nothing happens without you guys kind of getting on board. You know, we can say, "Oh, we're going to be doing this," but if you guys go, "No, we're not," you then no, we're not. Not for a reason. I just want to try push myself. Yeah, again, GG's mate, but don't overdo it because you don't want to get yourself burnt out. And it happens more times than you think. You know, people go, "Oh, I'm going to do X amount of miles a month," and then all of a sudden, you know, a couple of months in, they're like, "Oh, fucking hell, this is hard work." So just, you know, do what you think you can do and don't push yourself past it, kind of a thing. To be honest, it's the same with a push month, you know. Yes, we'd like people to do a few extra miles and push themselves a little bit more, but don't overdo it so you're going to be bored of the game. We don't want that to happen. You know? I mean, personally, I'd be happy if you just did maybe double the required mileage. That would be a thing, you know, if you say if you're the type of person who comes in and just does your 660, you know, do 1320. 1320 is only 2 hours. Or one up or down if you know the long route, you know. If you're somebody that does 10 grand, do 20 grand. If you've got the time, of course. I normally do, on an average month, I normally do about 30-odd thousand miles between ATS and ETS. Because on a non-push month, I will play both games. You know, I will play ATS because it's a good, easy way of getting your miles on the board, and you can do the mileage a lot faster. And then obviously when say a Saturday comes around and maybe average or minutes doing a convoy, I'll join convoy and get a few ETS miles, and then I might do an ETS convoy of my own during the week. So I will normally get about 30,000 miles a month without thinking about it. So this push month just gone, I set myself a go of 75,000 miles, so double what I normally do. And not only did I smash through that, I actually got 115,000 miles. I was about 6 miles. Average beat me by about 6 miles in the end. But I was quite happy with how many I got. Really happy with how many I got. And I gotta say, at the end of it, I was kind of looking forward to not trucking at all, but not trucking as much. Not thinking I've got a truck today, I've got a truck today, I've got a truck today, at least something. And just chilling out, which is why I did that single player convoy with the single player skins on in my TCAB. But obviously, to do that, I had to put the mod that I made for the TCAB skins out there so people could join. I just forgot to delete them again, which Loopy did for me. Thank you, Loopy. Oh, hello. So that was kind of a chill out stream. I did American Truck the other day, and that was just a chill out. If you wanted to come and join me, you could join me. Quite, you know, I was on the big server over there, which I say big server. It's got room for like a couple of thousand people, but never gets more than 70 or 80. It's a shame, really. Yeah, I mean, people are already talking about what sort of routes can we do for the VTC. Say if there is a push month on ATS. My answer is whatever you want. Literally, whatever you want. Just pick a route and go. I mean, they're all really quick. There's no slow routes. You can literally go wherever you want. There's no particular route that you need to. I mean, of course, there is routes that you can literally do 78 mile an hour the whole route and not slow down at all. So I think that's the sort of routes that people are talking about doing. You know, because you don't want to push at 80, which is top whack for real miles on ATS. You just want to stick to like 75, 78, somewhere there, and have everybody. I'd like to see more of everybody bunched up when we're doing push months. Well, bunched up a little bit more than what it was happening with that Sanji Valley Oslo route. You know, so find some, like it was like I suggested, find somebody with the lowest ping, so that their 68 is somebody's 61, and just have them sit as 58, and you can all put your speeds roughly around to be able to stay with him, and that way you're a lot closer and it looks even more impressive, instead of some of you being like 2 or 3 there and 3 or 4 there and 4 or 5 down the road. Oh, Ducky, Yo-Yo, how you doing? I'm back. Welcome back. Are you really? That's nice. Okay, so we're coming up to Stavanger. Looks like we're going to arrive about 98 minutes early. And then, like I say, well, I'll show you how to start from the beginning. I just turned 13 on the 18th of April. Well, you really shouldn't be watching then, dude, because I'm sure my channel says I'm an over 18 on the settings. Not on YouTube. My settings say that I'm an adult channel. I know they do. Only reason being, guys, is because, I mean, it says it on YouTube as well. It's because, thank you, Zeno. It's because, you know, occasionally I'll swear. And, you know, I don't want people like that to come in and go, I'm 12 when I'm 13, and then they act like a bitch and report me. I can only time out for 24 hours. Interesting. Dino, just let me get to the bus station, dude. Yeah, there was two sorts of moderators, and I think I gave you the one sort, and I think the other sort can actually ban. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I didn't know the difference between them. Oh, that's my parking spot there. Beautiful.
Stop owner. This bus terminates here. Please take your belongings with you.
Remove standard moderator. What? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to remove your standard moderator. Don't know whether that put him out of the thing. Add as moderator, managing moderator, there we go. You should be able to do it now, Z. So there you go, guys. That's another job in the bag. It probably showed you how much I earn. I didn't see it, but yeah. Yeah, so here's the job rundown of how much I earned, how much I did. I didn't see how much I earned. But so, guys, what you're going to do if you want to do this is you're going to pull up your web page and you're going to go to dbus world. Click into it. You're going to sign up for the. You're going to sign up for it. You still can't ban. That's weird. You're going to sign up. So make an account. Download that client software. When it downloads, guys, you're going to have this. All you need to make sure is that your plugin version is up to date. This bit is up to date for your application activation for Eurotruck. Your path to your documents, and that's basically that set. Like I say, you do need to make sure it's up to date. If you're already in the game when you do this, you will need to log out and log back in. When you log back in, obviously make sure Bus World is open. When you log in, you'll get this window, and it will tell you to sign in. So you'll need to sign in with the login details you put in the game. To get this menu up, guys, you press the delete key above your arrow keys, because otherwise you can't do nothing with it. So you need to open a window to be able to do that. Same as kind of TMP. Yeah, you hide from channel Z. Thanks, Az. Yeah, you need to set these two keys here for opening and shutting doors. Your other opening and shutting door keys are your, if you've ever set window keys before to open and shut windows, they'll be them. So your rear, I think it's your rear doors are window keys, and your front doors are these keys. After that, you can either go into single player or like I'm in Sim 2, because obviously I don't want to be in Sim 1 because it's busy. I'm actually going to travel back to London now and we'll pick up that other job. And I think that'll do. I think you've got the gist of it then. So let's go back to London. We'll make the job and we'll do the job again. So to make the job, you always have to be out out in the bus. So to make the job, you need to tell it what new game, tell it what map system you're using, have it load it, go to where you are, create the job. Now this, sometimes it will give you the in-betweeny route sections as well. Create game.
The next stop is London.
As soon as the voice turns up, you know that you're you've got a route. I've actually got to go to the bus station now and pick the job up. So let's do that. So I'll be already late by the time I start. Where did it put me? Oh, it's put me there. Okay. So there you go. I'm already late. But I'm not far from the bus station now, but at least we know now you do definitely have to be on one of the default map servers if you want to play this online. Because when I was playing Pro Mods, it wouldn't let me load from London. So you do have to be in one of the default map servers like Sim 1 or Sim 2 or any of the other default map servers there is in Pro Mods. Sorry, not in Pro Mods, in TMP. Going into the bus station. Where am I? Okay, I'm there. Come on. That should turn green. Yep.
London.
Oh, my doors are already open. I was traveling with my doors open. Never mind. So yeah, you need to remember what your door buttons are. If you don't remember, guys, it will show you. This is kind of default timing, so you've got to wait for the guys to get on your bus and sit down. It will not let you do anything else until you do that.
The next stop is...
There we go. Now I get the prompt to close. And away I go. Like I say, I think this would be fun, say if a couple of you went up and a couple of you came back. You use the same route up and back anyways. It'd be kind of cool if you just, you know, say if if 3 or 4 of you were messing around, you kind of start in different places on similar routes, and you go past each other. Like I say, I don't know whether the radio works, but you can still sort that problem out, as in you can be in a Discord channel and be able to speak to each other. Thanks for the help out over on YouTube, dude. I'm gonna have to double check my settings again. Maybe I've done the first one that says that I'm an adult channel. Maybe I need to do the second one, because there's 2, isn't there? There's one that says you're an adult channel, there's another one. Maybe I need to do them both. But then I suppose afterwards, then yeah. Well, I've done the first one that kind of just says that, you know, some of my content may be kind of adult-ish, so swearing and stuff. But the dude there that came in and said he was 13, said he didn't have no thing to push to say that, you know, you may be entering an explicit area kind of a deal. It doesn't stop people watching, okay. Yeah, I suppose they can still, but so what happens? They can still just click a button and say, yeah, I'm fine with it, and in they come. If you didn't realise, guys, I'm still kind of new with some of the settings that there is over on YouTube. Okay. Chaos morning, how you doing? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I was going to say Twitch, you get a thingy saying that you're entering an over 18s area, like an over 18s area or an adult restricted area, and you just click it and you're away you go in. And when your partner, it's advert is forever. Okay. Had a very good hit on a short over on YouTube the other day, as not as good as one of yours, but like a plus 1,000 views on it. Well, on two actually. Two shorts had over a plus 1,000 views on two of them, which is the first for me over there. Bit of a thank you today to Squealer for resubbing. He's been subscribed to me now for 59 months. The guy's awesome. And to be honest, even further than that, he's been subscribing to me for, because he subscribed to me for about 1.5 years on Mix, when Mix was a thing, which is why my first bot was called the Mix It Up bot. I did start my streaming over here on Twitch, but back then, all those many moons ago, it was kind of hard to get recognized. I mean, it still is quite hard to get recognized when you start out, but if you've got the right support and fields behind you, it's sort of a lot better. Whereas, hey, Seti, how you doing, brother? Whereas the guys over on Mix, when I first started watching and then playing the games they were playing, they kind of sort of took me under one arm and went, come, let's show you how we work over here. And yeah, it was a beautiful thing. And we've kind of got a very similar vibe to the streaming community that's been built up through the Son of a Glitch Discord, or Twitch now. Whereas, you know, the new people coming in, they get support. If they need stuff, with, you know, everybody jumps on and helps out. It's beautiful. You know, if you need 50, you know, 50 follows, we help out. If you need 3 views on average, we help out. Obviously, the 7 days streaming is you up to the person. So we got an ETA to Birmingham of 28 minutes. Apparently the road I'm on is a 50. I'm doing 60. Hopefully I can catch up a little bit of time. I mean, by next year, it won't matter anyways, because anyway, they scrapping the affiliate scheme. Really? Wow, okay. They've got to be putting something else in its place. I haven't read it. I know you've read that stuff. They've got to be putting something else in its place, because otherwise they'll be missing out on a lot of revenue. And the amount of people that are not partners that still create revenue. Everyone will be able to monetize, basically. They are going to increase revenue. Okay, good. That's I need to read this shit sometimes. I do really, but I know you read it and you dumb it down for people like me, and we appreciate it. Anyway, isn't it time you sort of was getting sorted for getting electrocuted? Not that I'm saying leave, but you know. I know as a streamer you need time to prepare and get stuff ready and open. So guys, if you're able to have 2 tabs open, 10 o'clock today, Azrael's going to be electrocuting himself on level 9 of a TENS machine. And that's not warming up to level 9. That's just straight in level 9, hit the button and fucking go, go, go. Sounds fun. I once did a karaoke once with the guy brought a dog collar, an electrocuting dog collar. And yeah, for the people that could sort of do that, obviously we didn't, if somebody was epileptic you didn't put it on, but the people that wanted to try it, you put it on the person's arm and then you give a random person the button, and while they were singing the random person just goes No, I'm not warming up to it. No, that's what I said, you're not warming up to it, it's just straight in at that level. We are going through each level. Oh, okay, so you are warming up into level 9. Okay. Okay. All right. Jesus. Love it when I read it wrong and as a bitch fit. Absolutely love it when I get it wrong and as for as a bitch fit. So he is warming up into it, guys. Levels 1 to about 4, if it's similar levels to what the one I have, will be fine. Absolutely fine. In fact, about level 3, you'll have a good time with it. Minware, how we doing, brother? Come on, round you go. Oh, I've missed it. I'm going to have to reverse back in. Just woke up, so ask me after coffee. Okay. One thing I do have to do, guys, because Minute is in chat now, is I do have to put his points back. Reason I have to put his points back, like I say, is because I tried to merge the accounts between YouTube and Twitch, and it didn't work. So let's just put your points back on, Minute. So you had, you've got that at the moment, So we'll put you back on 220. Boosh. Right, that's everybody's points. How am I? I'm doing good, dude. I've been, yeah. This has been fun this morning. So what is it? 3 and 1 to shut them. So just make sure they're shut. Beautiful. And off we go. Playing FS25 on White Farm map. To be honest, I kind of like want to. If I was going to go back, oh, that's 19 in it. One I'm thinking of. There's 22. Somebody put it in the 22 Ravencroft. Was it Ravencroft or Ravencourt? And it had a load of weird crops on the edge of fields, so it wasn't quite integrated fully. And I never really found out whether you could get rid of them. You know, you can do this in real life. Oh wait, sorry, my bad. Oh no, I can do this in real life. Yes, I do know you can do this in real life. I did it for 10 years. Ravenport, thank you. Loved that map in 19. In fact, one of the clips that I got was on 19, and I'm stood there in a telehandler, and the guy that used to come in and help me with a load of stuff, because I'm shit at landscaping, we had a kind of a ramp on one side, and in the, was it the Roadrunner Plus truck, he just jumps this fucking ramp. Right, I need to find a services because I've only got 158 mile left in the tank. But like I say, guys, this bit to me is weird. Because this is like, I know I keep repeating myself, but this is clearly a battery-powered bus. And I'm about to go into a services and refuel it. So guys, we're Sheffield and Manchester. Ouch. Sorry, sign. Yeah, Ravenport. On 19, that was my map. I say my map, that was the map I put a lot of effort into. And literally, I started down in the bottom corner on New Farmer, did as much as I could down there, and then I literally moved my farm up to the big fields in the middle. There's like 4 big fields up there, and I moved it up there onto that land, and just, I think I stole a bit of one of the fields, to be fair, and I put it up there. Right, I'm gonna dive in fuel now because I've only got like 140 miles left of fuel. But yeah, you can refuel a bus, guys. I found out you can't repair the buses, but you can fuel them. And it's not very dear either. I mean, they've not got very big ranges. There you go, £294. And that will do me another 640 mile. But like I say, guys, after this one, I think you kind of get the gist of how to make jobs and how to be able to do the bus jobs. I think we'll find something to raid out to after this. And I've got the perfect person because obviously, yeah, they're currently in here, and the chat, everybody, preparing themselves for the day ahead. I think Tav's going to be on today at some point, playing Diggy Diggy Ho again. I've got the game, well, I did the tutorial, it wasn't quite that informative. But to be honest, I wouldn't mind going in and just trying some stuff with the guys. You know, maybe I can drive a dumper truck and, you know, just offload some shit for them. At least that's everybody's points done now. I'm glad about that now. Don't mean bats. No, I'm not going to go into that because that'll start a whole different debate off. To be honest, we down here we call them all different sorts of stuff. So we call them bats, roes, cobs, and a lot of the time it depends on kind of how it was made. So if it was a soft bread cakes, yeah. So down here, it all depends on how it was made, how it's packaged, depending on what we call it. So a lot of the stuff that you can buy at the supermarket already packaged up, they're either a roll or a bat. If you get it fresh from a baker's and they've got that lovely crispy top on it, that's the cob. We call a baguette French stick, yeah, so do we. I like the soft French sticks. I don't do hard French sticks. I like the soft ones that the bakeries do. So in supermarkets you get the hard French sticks, but if you go to a bakery, a proper bakery, they do the soft ones, and that's the ones I like. Basically, it's a meter long fucking soft finger roll, but it's it's about a meter long, so it's kind of like a French stick, but a soft roll. And they're very nice when you put bacon and fucking sausage and all kinds of shit in it. Well, shit, of course, but hey. So this is definitely electric engine, guys. It's very, very quiet. There's no brum brum to it. One gear. So it's definitely electric. And yet you can fuel up in a petrol station. Which tells me it is possible that if SCS wanted to, they could allow us to have the electric trucks. Because they just allow us to fuel up on the petrol pumps. To put the charge back in on the electric pumps. Would I use an electric truck in TMP? Yeah, I would. 300 mile or not, I'd use it. I mean, I'd dock to the fuel tank, obviously, but I'd use it. I think they're great fun. And especially the Renault. The Renault's a good electric truck. The Scania I didn't like so much because they still use the dials out of the old Scanias, which I thought, if you're going to create a truck, at least put the correct dash in it. You know, don't do a half-ass job and just use the model that's out there and whack the electric engine in. That's just lazy. You know, so if you're gonna bring out an electric truck, do it fucking proper, and bring out an electric truck. Give it its proper dash and everything. You know, which would have been an easy redesign. You just take the premise of what you had there for your diesel truck, and you add the electric dashboard into it. You add your charge point thing into it, and stuff like that. It would have been easy to frickin' put in. Again, it's near side. We're just going to slow down a bit more, see if we can get in there first go this time. We're coming in, we're coming in, we're coming in, we're coming in, we're coming in. Come on, a little bit more, a little bit more. Boom! First time.
Sheffield.
Yes! Allowed me to do it. Ciabatta rolls are elite with bacon. I'll wait for the passengers to get on and then we'll rock and roll again. It says for the entire route we've only got 111 mile to go. Like I say, I think you've seen enough now to be able to create your own jobs and stuff with the buses. So after this job's over with, like I say, we're going to raid out.
The next stop is Manchester.
departing early, so we've made up time. Yeah, I'm not too keen on flatbreads. I mean, when flatbreads first come out, I'm almost sure we as in me and the wife had food poisoning off them. The Hovis flatbreads. You know, we ate them, and all of a sudden, the next day, we were ill, and we've never had them since. They might just be using some kind of, I don't know, some kind of wheat or something that was just slightly different than what our bodies are used to, and just it feels kind of rich. So, and it was just the body's way of going, well, hang on a minute, fucking, we're not used to this stuff, and they're kind of like, whoop. I'm not saying it was the Hovis flatbreads because, you know, many people obviously buy them. They were gone off the shelf. So, couple of drops to go, guys. We've got Manchester and then Liverpool. So, a quick nip across the M62. Well, I don't know how much the M62 is actually in the default map, but I don't think it's that much of it. So that might take a little bit longer. So if you do the London job, guys, you start London, you drop off Birmingham, Sheffield, Liverpool, Manchester. So it's the, you know, out of the jobs that I've done today and have shown you today, it's the most interesting route, I think, because of the amount of stops. You know, it's kind of like a National Express route, this one. But anyways, guys, I've been so concentrated on trying to show you the stuff. I haven't told you about the amazing stuff that goes on with the team and the SOAG guys. So if you're looking for people to watch, there's the team link, guys. Go click that. You will find 10 members of the Son of a Glitch Dream Team over here on Twitch. Go click on everybody's name. Go follow everybody for when they go live. And if they're not for you, they're not for you. You know, you can always unfollow. But I'm going to ask that you follow them and give us a chance. You know, you never know, you just might find your next favorite streamer. Also, guys, if you want to be part of the Discord, let me just find my button. There it is. Yeah, what more can I say? The Son of a Glitch Discord. Go over there and join the family. We aren't just friends, we're all family over there. You must be over 18, helps if you're an avid gamer. Helps if you're not a lightweight when it comes to people taking the piss and taking the piss out of people. You know, we do kind of like it, and kind of the way it goes is the more we take the piss out of you, the more you liked. But go find out. Literally, it is amazing community to be a part of. Also, guys, we're not doing any mods for the VTC today, but if you're looking to be a part of a VTC, there it is. Click on that link to truckswitch.eu. If you've never done anything through Truckswitch, you'll have to download the client software, link it to your game, whether you're playing ETS or ATS or both. Sometimes it finds it automatically, sometimes it don't. You've got to go in and manually do it. But after you've done that, click the first link. That will take you to the company page. Click to join, fill in the brief application. Basically, just write a bit about yourself and stuff. Make sure you include your Discord name and stuff, because we will need to join that as well to get updates of what's going on. Which means the Discord rules applies for joining the BTC peoples. So yeah, make sure you're over 18. No whips and chains. Boo, Windy. Boo, absolutely boo. You love whips and chains. So Windy's live and direct from SR peoples. So get those requests in the exclamation SR-request. Followed by title and artist. You know the score by now. And like I say, right after we finish this job, guys, we're going to be raiding out. Az is live now, doing his kind of forfeit with a tens machine. So yeah, we're going to go over raiding and find out what that's all about. Right after we finish the job. And then at, I think 11 o'clock, the average Viking will be live on Diggy Diggy Ho with the guys. I'm going to see if I can actually go play, and I won't be able to do much, but you know, we can drive a dumper. We might not be able to get out of the thing, but we'll be able to drive a dumper. We might be able to get in. Oh yes, mate. Yes, mate. We did that proper job. Come on, a little bit further. A little bit further. Whoa. Douche.
Manchester. The next stop is...
Nobody getting out. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, that didn't come off. The stop's gone, so... Yeah, the stop's gone. That, hang on, that didn't disappear. Let's just go back to the bus station. Because that hasn't disappeared. Because we're in Manchester. Manchester should have disappeared. Manchester should have disappeared. There's no base there left, is there? That was weird. Let's just back onto the bay again. Yeah, it's not disappearing. Oh, don't tell me this job's gone corrupt. I hope it hasn't. We'll have to just continue. We'll have to just continue and hope it hasn't done it. It's not a very long job, this one now, to Liverpool, so... But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Like I say, you're not logging miles for your BTC, but... You're not logging jobs for your BTCs, but it's a lot of fun, this. I mean, this has been 2.5 hours so far of complete fun. And yeah, probably would be more fun if there was more kind of people on the road, or say 3 or 4 of you doing it. That would have been hilarious. will I be doing this again? Yeah, probably. I mean, like I say, this has been fun. The only thing I haven't worked out is how you repair the bus. And I say that because I have already been to an F7 and it wouldn't let me repair it. But I say I've been to an F7, I fast traveled to an F7. So we might just try that after we drop the passengers off. I hope it says it's when we drop it off that we completed the job and gives us the money. Otherwise, this is glitched and I'll have to delete the job, which is a shame because it means this bit of time is kind of wasted. So you do get paid, but it doesn't go towards your towards your BTC miles. I've never heard that before. You know, after she finishes that 30-second scream or whatever it is, she takes a really, really deep breath in. I know you kind of have to after you just created a note for that length of time, but I've never noticed her intake a breath before. And it's the first time I've really heard it. You know, she really does go... Yo, yo, yo. So 7 minutes into Liverpool. It says I'm 23 minutes late in Manchester. We've already done the drop, but it didn't sort of click over to say that we'd already been there. I'm not sure. I mean, I did arrive at the another job early before, and it clicked it off and gave us the money. Not sure whether you've got to keep your time on like middle drops. That could be a thing. Where you got to stay a bit closer to your timetable, maybe. So you're not going for the clock from the clock in the game. You're going for the clock on the D-Bus app, and the D-Bus app says it's 3:09 at the moment, which is 2 minutes off of the arrival time. And then in we go into the bus station. And for this one, we've got to go all the way around to get on the doors. There we go. So will it say we've ended?
Liverpool.
Yes.
This bus terminates here.
So we did complete the job.
Take your belongings with you.
Beautiful. So, revenue based for passenger tickets, 1,722. Distance money, we got 6,833. Damage cost for bumping the bus around, 450. And payout in total is 8,100. So you don't get that much, but like I say, the money and the miles not going towards your VTC isn't the kind of the thing that you're looking for when you do these jobs. It's just a bit of fun, and I would presume that it's more fun if you've got more people to play with. So yeah. That's kind of it for today. We are going to raid out into Mr. Azra112. He's a member of the Central Glitch Stream Team, peoples. Please show him the respect that he deserves, because he is a very respected member of the community and the stream team. But for now, I'm going to say see you later. We're back tomorrow at about 2 o'clock with SnowRunner. And of course, I'll have my trusty sidekick Kev with me. Don't forget, there will be 2 other spaces available if you are able to join me. I am on Austria at the moment. We're going to try and get to Quebec within the next couple of streams. And then, of course, the main aim is to try and get to finishing the maps before we're road crafting, because that is out on the 20th of this month. So for you guys over on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon.